All right, so let's like make our Java program a little more interactive, okay? So let's kind of give it a little bit of artificial intelligence. So I'm going to go system.out.println. Welcome guessing game. And can you guess what letter thinking of? Cut this off because we're going to add this on the next line. Press any key followed by the enter key. All right. So we can input a guess here, which is guess, and then guess stores whatever the system is reading in, and we're going to make sure that it typecasts it automatically to character so we don't get any errors. So say they enter the number 1 or 5 or whatever, it'll automatically convert it to a character. And then we'll let them know what they guessed, and if the guess is correct, we'll put you guessed correctly. And then what we can do inside of this if statement is, or inside of our else, is we can check instead of the system.out.println, your answer is wrong. What we can do here is we can check if the letter is um, less than another letter. So by nesting another if statement within this else, it'll run the else if the letter is not correct. So here's our else statement. So all I'm going to do right here is write if, open close parentheses, open curly brace, close curly braces. Okay? And you know what? This is a good time to kind of show you that you don't necessarily have to have the curly braces when you have the else because it'll automatically associate them with each other. It's just for cleanliness, I sort of keep them sort of compact like that. So you can actually even do it something like this. So if the guess, you know, because if you can contain it on one line, it kind of helps with readability. So let's say if this if statement is incorrect, that's our guess. We're going to run this else, and what we'll say is if, this is sort of interesting, guess is less than correct guess, right? So it's actually going to look at this letter, right? The correct guess is B. So if they enter A, it's going to tell us you guessed too low. And then directly after this, so if, here's this, we're going to just simply write, we're going to remove this guy actually, and I'm going to remove this. So this if statement, we don't want it to terminate. That's why we're not going to put a semicolon there. So we're going to say if, and we'll just put this on the same line so you can see it. Our guess is too low. System.println guessed a letter low. And then below that, like I said before, because it's within this else statement and it's the closest if, it's going to associate this else with that if. So I can just say else, no curly braces again, system.out.println you guessed too high. Alright, so let's test this. I'm going to hit F11 here. I have an error. The error is, oh, I'm missing a curly brace. This goes with this else, goes with this IO exception, so we need one more down here. I'm having difficulties with curly braces during these tutorials. Okay, welcome to the guessing game. Can you guess what letter I'm thinking of? Press any key followed by the enter key. Alright, so let's do Z and hit enter. The letter you guessed is, and it should be showcasing a Z there, but we'll figure out what the problem is. You guess the letter that is too low. Okay, so if guess is less than correct guess, so guess is whatever we're entering. So try that one more time. That way we can figure out where the bug is. So I'm going to enter Z and hit enter. There we go. The letter you entered is Z. Perfect. You guessed too high. So for some reason it didn't run right the first time. But anyway, the letter you guessed is Z, and you guessed too high because Z is a lot further than B. All right. So that ends this tutorial on ifs and elses.